Hello, good morning, everyone. We just came a couple of minutes early to check whether everything is working properly. Uh, Gopinath sir, are you able to hear me?
I think he has not yet joined.
Uh, there is a
Hi.
name. Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Hi. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, yeah. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, sir. Uh,
Yeah. So we'll start at 11:05. So probably that
yeah,
would be
yeah,
the best time because some
yeah.
people might have connect from phone. The internet connection issues will be there. So
Sure. We'll
with
wait
all
for a couple
those,
of
we'll
minutes.
settle down
We'll
at
begin the session by
11:05.
11:05 a.m., sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So meanwhile, I don't want to waste anyone's time. So if you have any questions about, some pre-session questions, if you have, you can ask.
Okay. We'll leave it to audience. So any
Yeah.
audience, if you have any pre-session questions, you can just ping in the chat box which is provided over
Or
there.
no, you can speak so that I
Yeah,
encourage it. Because if they go to the industrial, so there are a lot of things, the group discussion and other things will happen. So this will be
sure.
the best place to practice. So we can start. They can unmute and they can speak.
Yeah. If any participant is having any questions related to today's topic, you can just unmute yourself, or else we'll
Yeah.
begin the session by 11:05 a.m. Shall. Thank you.
Okay. So let's discuss. Yeah. So today, most of the things I'm going to show it in a practical, and so to understanding of the basic cloud and Azure cloud, I'm going to present it with PPT. Okay. So that is the plan today. Yeah. So now 57. Let's wait. Hope everyone can see my screen. Anyone can reply?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So the most of the audience are, so what is their like their BSc Computer Science or BCA, or what is the category?
We are all
B.
from ISC.
Sorry,
We are all from ISC, IS department. All the second and third and fourth year students are here.
BE, right?
Yeah, B.
Okay, good. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'll start
Yes.
with a formal introduction.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I, Chandana of 7th from ISC, takes immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 6-day webinar series on key features of Azure and the future in it. Firstly, I'd like to welcome our beloved principal, Dr. Bansilal sir, our HOD, Mr. Chandru A.S. sir, teaching and non-teaching staff of ISC, our resource person, Mr. S. Gopinath sir, and all my dear friends. Before moving further, let's have a short introduction of our speaker. Gopinath sir is currently working as a technical architect for customer development projects at Wipfleet. He has 15 plus years of experience in core software development, 7 years of experience in analysis, architecture, and design, and also have skilled experience in DevOps lifecycle and Azure. He has owned agile processes and organized sprints, also owned data ops like ETL, warehousing, and analytics, etc. Built and maintained both internal and customer facing infrastructure. Sir has also completed many projects such as Nationwide Building Society, mutual funds, etc. On behalf of ISC department, a warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Can we start?
Yes, sir, you can hand over the sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope you got my introduction. So I'm working as an architect, and probably I'm in Agile team. So I used to provide so mostly on the solution, on the application level and enterprises level. And also we used to do hardcore development on coding part, and as well as providing the better environment and the resource and methodologies all in the place. Nowadays, the agile methodology came into picture, and engineering model also came into picture. If you want to know about this thing, please try to put some time on Google. So these are all these two terms are really ruling the IT industry, I could say. This agile methodology, every work will be splitted into small tasks, and accurately we need to complete it. And so that is what expectation from the company. So if I give 4 hours of work, you have to complete in 4 hours of work. So to do that, the environment should be very good. So that is why everyone is jumping to, most of the people are jumping to cloud environment. So the cloud is very much flexible. So today I'm going to cover what is cloud, and also what is Azure cloud, and so how it is, what are the features are there, the special features, and how it is enhancing our development environment. So these are the things, and corely. So if you complete this, if you learn Azure, so what is your uh, job scope? I mean, so what are the opportunity you will get as a technical person? So this is what I'm going to cover today, and I'm going to explain so how to use cloud and so what are the facilities are there. All those things we are going to see today. Okay, so first we need to understand what is cloud. So before I'm moving to that topic, I want to tell you some people have already know about these things, and some people are brand new freshers. Brand new fresher for this particular topic. So I need to cover both of them. So in case if you know the things, whatever I'm telling, uh, please take it as a revision, and the new people can able to, you know, enjoy the session like they can get the complete knowledge of it. Okay. So I would like to explain what is cloud. So in this whole audience, just I would like to understand. So anybody have gone through cloud, and you are you working on cloud? Do you have any interest on that? Or I would like to know what is your knowledge about that. Everybody know what is cloud? Any audience reply? Okay, I yeah, I take it as no, and so we'll start from the basics. Okay. Um, if you look at any of the invention, so that inventions are targeting for the common usage. For example, if everyone is walking, so that is the moving is the common usage. So the people invented a bike, so that is getting more familiar. Because if you identify the common area, then inventions will be get more valued. That is where the common areas the industries are focusing. That is where they have a more audience, and they are facilitating that. So due to which, so their products are getting very familiar. That is how most of the inventions are in place now. So in the same way, if you see the IT industry, so we can also pick it up some common areas, and if you invented something new there, so then you will by default you will get most of the audience. So with that mindset, in 1980s, what happened? The IBM is come up with the beautiful idea. Everybody is using computer. In the computer, everybody is using storage. So IBM will come up with a new approach. That approach is called centralized storage device. Okay. So I'm just drawing a small picture so that you can able to understand. Okay, so this is the every computer have a hard disk, but now IBM come up with a new idea. So this is the centralized storage. Okay, so this is the common storage for everyone. Okay, so here, what is a good thing is, so any computer can able to connect with this. Okay, so this is the system. The system don't have any hard disk at all. So what it will do is it will take the memory from here. Okay, so if you have 100 computers, all the 100 computers can be connected here. When it is booting, it will boot on its own. But when they want to take the memory out of it, what it will do is it will go to the common centralized storage. So from there, it will take the memory. So what is the advantage with this one? The thing is like, so the application is yours, you can operating it. The data will be stored in one place. So you no need to spend money for to buying a hard disk. Just it is an empty node is enough for you. So the data will be shared across. Okay, so this approach is a very powerful approach. So here what is happening is one storage resource will be get shared to many systems. Okay, so in this case, so the data is very safe, and all the users can be controlled by this one device. Okay, in case I felt one particular node is not doing not working well or something, I can able to optimize this device by enhancing the memory and all this thing. So that is how this is a beautiful invention. So with this invention, so what happened is the storage cost was become very less, and storage become more transferable. And also it is a distributed storage, I could say. So all the people can able to share one memory. So in the bank and all, this is a very successful model, because somebody steal the system also, data they cannot able to do anything, because the room size biggest server will be there in the banks, so that they could not able to touch anything on this. So I could say this is what the first cloud is. So because it is start sharing the resources. This is what now in enhanced level it is happening across the board. Okay, so now I'm coming back to the cloud topic. So this approach, this particular approach, sharing resources to different systems on the same organization or different organization. This is called as SOA, service oriented architecture. This is what we called it as service oriented architecture. Okay, so we called it as SOA, service oriented architecture. In this architecture, everybody can able to share one memory. Clear. So now later point of time, the wireless devices are came into picture. So this cable medias are disconnected. The people have started using storage device from their home to the servers are placed in US or something. Via internet, they started sharing the information. They're sharing the hard disk. So your system don't have a hard disk or with the minimum level of hard disk, they can able to share the information across the board. Okay, so this is what we called it as SOA. Now, this model was very familiar when the time the internet was introduced and the people have started using. By that time, the Amazon is coming with a new problem. Okay, so what is their problem? The problem is like when Amazon is selling the product, you know Amazon, right? So they have a website and they're selling the products. So while selling the product, um, imagine so they are selling an ornament online, or they want to sell a highly some luxurious products. So in that case, the people started purchasing from the website. The moment they pay the amount to them, what will happen is the transaction is taking so much time. Okay, so in case if I make an online payment in the earlier days, what happened, it is taking 3 to 4 minutes of time. So that means when I'm doing a huge amount transaction, my system wait for 4 to 5 minutes to transact the amount. What will happen is obviously the customer mindset will be fluctuated and they'll cancel the transaction, because if I'm paying 1 lakh rupee, the keep on the transaction is going. I'm not sure whether the transaction will happen or not. So because it is taking 4 to 5 minutes of time. The reason is I'm paying money from India, but my payment gateway in US. Okay, so that is the reason. So the transaction is taking so much time. These are all the thing I'm saying in 1980s or 90s and near 2000 during that time. Okay, so what happened? So Amazon is losing a lot of business because of this. So now their plan is, instead of keeping that payment server in US, they want to keep it in India so that they can cover Indian region. If they want to keep a payment is it in UK, so they can cover it in UK region. So if they host one payment server in every country, then that will be a huge cost. So that is a very high amount of investment. They don't want to do that. So they come up with a new request to the IT world that they want to create a server on the internet itself. How they are sharing the memory, in the same way they want to share the complete server. They want to share the complete server. That means what? If I want a server in India, I could able to create a server virtually over the internet in the server. To in the basic level, if I want to tell one understanding, in case Facebook you are accessing via internet, right? The Facebook is a web app. How you are accessing a web app, in the same way they want to create one virtual server or virtual machine over the internet, and they want to host their payment server there. So in that case, what will happen is, so anybody purchased any product in India, the one virtual server will create in over the internet, so the people can able to do the transaction immediately. Okay, so that is the idea. So now they want to create everything virtual over the internet whenever they want. Once their usage is completed, they can vanish that machine. That is what they want to do it. Okay, so I'm just taking up one feedback now. Guys, you all follow, you can follow me, right? So do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So that is what they want to do. So they want to create the server virtually.
Yes, sir.
So now all IBM, Microsoft, and other all big vendors are joined together, and they started investing on how to create a virtual server. Okay, so they come up with the beautiful idea. So what they have done is they plan to create a data centers. Okay, so to fulfill this requirement, what they have done is they come up with a new idea. Okay, so let me delete this. They come up with a new idea. They plan to create a data centers. Okay, so this data center have two things. Okay. One is motherboards. Okay, they have all type of motherboards, and also they have storage. Okay, these two things they have. Now, anybody ask the computer, so what they will do is they will simulate this motherboard and they will use the hard disk space. They combine together and they make one virtual machine over the internet itself. Okay, you know simulation, right? So it is not a hardware. It will simulate and act like a motherboard. Okay, so the simulation of hard disk motherboard and the storage together, so it will work in the internet. So that is what we called it as a VM or virtual machine or virtual server. VM or virtual server. So now what happened in case if I want a computer of 16 GB RAM machine, so what it will do is motherboard will be get simulated to that configuration, and also they will use this storage spaces. They have a huge space in the data center. Okay, so combination of this two that will work in the internet like a web application. So that is what we call it as virtual machine. Now this is a virtual machine, you can operate this. Okay, it is just in a runtime execution. So it is a runtime application that is running over the internet. Okay, so you can start this using this virtual machine. This will use simulated motherboard and the storage. So both combinedly work as a virtual machine. Once the usage is completed, you can able to just stop the runtime execution. That's all. This virtual machine will be get vanished. There is no cost involved to create a virtual machine. For the storage, yes, we have some amount of storage, we are sharing it, but creating a virtual machine, so no cost at all. So now the Amazon got this idea, and Amazon and this community, whole community got their idea, and successfully they can able to create a virtual machines over the internet. Okay, there is a big twist now. What is the twist? So they started thinking little differently. This is out of box thinking. To sell the product, so we are creating a virtual machine over the internet, and they're using with the help that we are selling the product. Instead of that, why can't we sell the virtual machine itself, or why can't we sell the virtual server itself? That is the idea. It is making us to sit here. So the cloud come into the world. Okay, so every company started working on creating a virtual machines on the on the internet, and they start creating a virtual environment for the companies. Okay, so that is how AWS is a front runner. So they come up with a beautiful cloud that is called Amazon Cloud. Okay, so it's a beautiful one. That is what the front runner. Then after that, every company started putting their investment on creating a cloud, and they all come up with many cloud environments now. You can see Google Cloud is there, Alibaba Cloud, and Amazon Cloud, and Azure Cloud. IBM have come up with a cloud. So and many other small data centers or something it is there. So many small companies also started with their cloud business. Okay, you all understand, right? So how the cloud came into picture.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Okay, so now I'll tell. So first, Amazon is. I will talk about little bit about the Amazon cloud. The Amazon is very good in making customer business, like selling the product and other things. They come up with an idea, so that is very friendly to for the like consumers. Okay, rather it's an IT people also, IT also there equivalently, but still most of their approach is like very customer oriented, and that kind of cloud that was number one in the market. Then after that, Azure came into picture. Azure is a product from Microsoft. So the Microsoft come up with the cloud means they are giving more programming facility plus the customer facility as well. So they are coming with the beautiful ideas, and they come up with most free services. That is why the Microsoft have more number of customer. Now the number one cloud seller is Azure only. Okay, they are Microsoft people, so they come up with many ideas, and they are providing more services are free. So most of the industries are going to the Azure cloud now. The Azure is boomed up, the number one there now. Okay, the next one is IBM Cloud. IBM Cloud is a blue mix. So we call it as a blue mix cloud. That's also a beautiful one. Mostly they worked on the APIs, application programming interfaces. It is very secured one, and it is not very much to the I could say my experience, like it is not very friendly to the customers, but it is very friendly to, or security wise, very strict security they followed. I can't say friendly. It's a kind of more secured system that is worked only for the industrialist. So whoever it is doing a secure data business and all, so they can able to go for Bluemix. They are specialists in that. Okay, so that is how it is. But Azure and AWS have all the facilities what IBM is providing, and all the facilities they have. But IBM is very specialist to particular area. So that is business style of IBM. Then after that, Google Cloud also coming very good now, and Google also having a lot of programming facility and as well as the customer facilities. All the clouds are in this market. Now the Azure is on the top now, because the operating system is Microsoft and the cloud style is Microsoft. Obviously, they will be the winner of this run. So they have more number of customers now. Okay, so all clear, right? So now we are going to jump out the systematic definition of what is cloud. Okay, so if I'm going back here to this one, the cloud, I could say top of your head, there should be a virtual environment. There is a virtual environment. Using your credential, you can access it. So that environment that gives you, if you want virtual machine, if you want any device, all the devices will be given virtually to your computer. Okay, so this is what the cloud is. The cloud is a combination of cloud service and cloud computing service. Both this combined together, we call it as a cloud. Okay, so we'll go little slowly and one by one. Now, when I started talking about the cloud, one smallest example I would like to tell you. 1 minute. Okay, so you all used the Google Drive and some photo sharing, Google Photos. This kind of features you might definitely used. For example, WhatsApp in everyone's system, Facebook, it is everyone's system. So all this application, whatever I told, every application is working in the cloud only, because the cloud have a lot of facilities. I'll tell you one facility about the cloud is why all the companies are going to the cloud is you no need to spend money for the power and maintaining the server. You don't need to spend money for maintaining the server and other things. In case if you buy a server in your office, what you need to do is you need to do a 24/7 365 days of power supply, and also you need to have resources to maintain that, and also you need to optimize it, and you need to do the cleanup work in the data and everything. There are plenty of risks there to maintain a server. Now if you go to the cloud, the data center will take care of everything. Only you need to pay money to use that server. That is called consumption plan. So you need to pay only for that. Or if you want to use more resource, what you can do is you can go with an agreement of 1 year. You can pay less amount and you can use more number of resources. That all the plans they have. So the cloud is saving time, cost, money, and everything. And most of the operations are automated in the cloud. That is why the world is going to the cloud. Whether you completed your after your course, if you go to any interview, the cloud might be one of the basic criteria they might expect, like how the computer fundamentals they are asking now. In the same way, the cloud is going to be a very basic one. Okay, so that is why we are learning little slow here. I want to utilize my time in a better way, but the basic understanding you should have a very strongly. So you should be the base should be very strong. That is why I'll go with the very small examples. Okay, so the Google Drive and WhatsApp, all these things are on the centralized place only. Okay, so that is cloud. So from the cloud you can take it. The another advantage is, so for example, I'm telling one example. From this one you will understand the advantage of the cloud. Suppose I have a system, 4 GB RAM system, I have laptop I have. Now my manager come and asked me, boss, I want create a Maya software. Maya is one movie making software or animation software, I could say, that needs 16 GB RAM and the i5 processor, kind of a very good configuration there. It is needed. So in that case, with the 4 GB RAM of system, how you will achieve that job? For this one purpose of making a small animation, you cannot buy a new system for that. So what you can do is you can go to the cloud, you can create one virtual machine with 16 GB RAM, and you can access that virtual machine from your local system of 4 GB. What will happen is that 16 GB RAM system will work inside your computer, inside your system with the same speed of 16 GB RAM. This is one of the major advantage that I can say in the lower level of usage. So in that case, the whole performance of making a movie and the process speed and everything will be, all the headaches will be taken in the cloud. Only output will come to your monitor. So in that way, you can able to use the system like a real time, and all whatever you want, you can able to do it in the cloud. Okay, so this is what the biggest advantage. The pull mechanism, the performance, you can pull it from the cloud. The cloud will be equivalently taken the all the workload, and it will provide only the output file to you. So that is where the cloud is very strong. Okay, so this is one thing I would like to tell. Yeah. Now, if you want to learn cloud, okay, um, you have to understand two things. Okay, one is cloud service and another one is cloud computing. Okay, these are the two things that you need to understand. I'll tell one small example. Now, I could say one of my resource, suppose I am running a cloud environment. Imagine. Okay, so your college is coming to me and asking me, so we want to create one server. We are going to run one application, web application inside that. So I provided a server to you, and you started using it. Okay, you took 1 TB data worth of server you have taken. The configuration is 1 TB. Okay, so now you started using the system. What happens suddenly in 30 days time? So your 1 TB data is fully filled. The students are uploaded many videos in the server, and all this thing happen. So due to which the hard disk is completely utilized, and any new videos or something it is coming in, so it is throwing a data flow error, data overflow error. Okay, now your college is coming back to me and asking me that I have created a server with 1 TB data, but what happened is data is completely fully filled, so I can't able to use that. So the data usage is over. Now, what is the best solution I can give for this particular situation? The entire hard disk space is utilized. So what is the best solution I could expect here? Guys, you're following me? Yeah. So what would be the
Yes,
best
sir.
solution here? I took 1 TB of data hard disk space, that is fully utilized. Now still my web application is working inside. So if I want additional users need to come in, then what would be the best solution here? I need to increase the hard disk space. Then only I can able to further to that people can able to use it. You all understand, right? Hello. Okay. Can I take it yes or no? Okay. See, I'm telling this again. So suppose client one is coming and taking some virtual server in my cloud. So here they have utilized 1 TB of data in my virtual server. So now due to the memory is completely fully filled, they can't able to utilize it because 500 GB means 500 GB it is already used. So again, further to that, if they upload the files, what will happen? The memory is already filled, so it will throw a data flow error. Correct. So in that case, if they come back and ask the solution to me, so what is the best solution? I can increase the hard disk size to little more. Okay, so that way what happens is they can able to use it further and they can able to continue their business. So now I'm trying to explain here what is cloud services. So now one client come up with this problem. So obviously I can expect the other clients also face the same issue. So due to which what I'm going to give is I'm going to give a facility to them. That facility is called EC2, Elastic Cloud Computing. Okay, so what is this facility? This is the solution for this whole problem. In case anybody used 500 TB hard disk space or my maximum limit if they used it, automatically that will increase the memory size on by its own. For example, suppose I'm using 1 TB of data. Okay, so the client is started using that memory. Once I reached 750 GB, what it will do is automatically it will increase the hard disk size by its own to another 1 TB of data. That's again it is customized way. 1 TB as data, or 2 TB or 500 GB or whatever it is, it will grow automatically. So in that case, the client can able to keep on using that system that the capacities will be get increased automatically. This is one service. This is called EC2 service, Elastic Cloud Computing Service. Okay. So the service which provided the cloud, the provided this facility, this is what we call it as a cloud service. This is one example I told you. So if you want to store a file in the cloud, they will provide a storage service. Okay, in case if they want to work with the database, so they will provide a databases service. So they will provide database service. So like that, whatever the the client is looking for, that is provided by the cloud, we called it as a cloud service. Okay, so in the cloud you are going to learn only two things. One is cloud computing, another one is cloud service. The cloud service, when I say, it is very, very simple. So the customer, whatever it want, that is provided by the cloud, that is called cloud service. And the next one is cloud computing. Cloud computing means, so whatever the numbers I told, right? So if 1 TB data it is allocated, once it is reached 750, I need to increase the size to another 1 TB or something. So these are all capacities are vertically or parallelly, it is growing up. So this is called computing service. So this number I computed to use my resource better. So I have increasing the capacity or reducing the capacity. This is what we call it as cloud computing. This combination of this cloud service and cloud computing, that is what the base thing you're going to learn now. Okay, so the cloud provide a lot of service means that is a cloud service. The cloud to utilize that services better, the cloud computing is helping us. Okay. So I'm moving to the next slide. Any questions, guys? Okay, I'll take it as no. And so there are three type of services we have. One is IaaS and PaaS and SaaS. Okay, one is infrastructure as a service. What is infrastructure as a service? Imagine I'm going to start a company. So in this company, I want to create a virtual network. So I want to create 500 systems. This all the physical devices and servers. Okay, all the physical things which is creating in the cloud, that we called it as a infrastructure as service. Okay, and PaaS, platform as a service. With this infrastructure service, I am providing the platform, Windows platform or Linux platform or whatever the Mac platform. So like that, the platforms and the related softwares which I am providing it, so that we will call it as a PaaS, platform as a service. If you look at here, operating system and management tools and other things combined together, we called it as a PaaS. Okay, the next one is very, very important, SaaS. This is going to rule the world. Okay, software as a service. So using all these things, the customized way, it will provide a service to the user, that we called it as software as service. Clear now? Okay, so this is what the important thing you need to understand. To explain this only, I have spoken. I mean, I taught you so many things on so far. Okay, so infrastructure as service, platform as service, and software as service. So I'm working on SaaS development. So this is what the whole stuff. Okay, you all clear now? I give a pause here. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have any?
No.
Okay, fine. Okay. So whatever I told, so that's what it is defined here so far. And so when I'm using the service, so these are all the services. Here we can see that the cloud have different platforms. So you can you can customize cloud in these other ways. Okay, what happened? One is private cloud. So if it is a public cloud, means the Google have opened the drive. Anybody can able to place the file inside. Right. So this is, we called it as a public cloud. Okay, anybody can able to go and access it. So the Facebook application, it is it is providing a service from the private cloud. Okay, so that is not public cloud. But the public cloud, I could say that the centralized storage devices, and these are all, we called it as public cloud. I'll tell a small example. If you use Facebook account, so the Facebook is taking the data. So you're storing the file. So everything is public. But even though it is user credentials are there, but for the authenticated user, it is public one. Anybody can able to go and access it. Okay, so we called it as a multi-tenant applications, that I will talk little later. Okay, so all these applications are coming under public cloud. The next one is a private cloud. What is private cloud? The private cloud is very, very specific to a particular company. For example, the Wipro.com is there. So you can't able to log into Wipro anymore, because it is a private cloud. Only the people who have a part of that organization, they have email ID with at wipro.com. They only can able to access that. That is, we called it as a private cloud. Okay, public cloud is accessible to everyone. Okay, now if we go to the bank, third one is a hybrid cloud. If we go to the bank transactions are not moved to cloud so far, because the bank have its own protocols. These are all very secure, so they won't believe anyone. So they have their own servers. Okay, so they are running their own servers. Okay, and also they can able to use some part of the business, they can use cloud also. Using cloud and whole server. Okay, this combined together, that is called hybrid cloud. Some part of data, it will taken from the public cloud, and the transaction only will happen with the bank server. So these two are combined together, that we called it as a hybrid cloud. Okay, that multi-cloud is, I'm using Google Cloud and I'm using Azure Cloud, I'm using hybrid cloud. All this combinedly I'm using in one place. That is, we called it as a multi-cloud environment. So now most of the curriculums in the company, what they are looking is multi-cloud people only. If you know Azure and AWS together, and also you need to handle the local server, then you will be highly demanded in the industry. So multi-cloud is a much familiar one now. Okay, for that basics, you need to learn one cloud. Okay, so now so far I have taken everything in theory. Now I would like to go and explain one basic cloud service. One cloud service I will explain, and you will understand what is cloud and everything. Now I'm going to jump into Azure Cloud. Okay. this is what Azure, which I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the basic page. So this is a beautiful page. I could see, I really amazed with the site way they have built. Okay, so this is the basic page. In this, you can see so all the features are given here. And if you want to learn cloud, you can go for the training here by clicking this. So training is a part of it. So the certification, everything will be there. Okay. If you have a question about what are the certification you need to do, end of the session, you can ask me, I can tell you. Okay. If you are a certified person, then your job opportunities are more. Okay. So for that, how to get the certification, all the informations are here. Okay. So basically this is the page is an advertisement page for you. Okay. So what are the facilities they are giving? Everything is here. Okay. So now I'm going to the portal. This is the work area in the cloud. Okay, I'm just clicking on the portal. So it'll ask the user credentials. Okay, so this is my cloud. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a small storage account. Okay. So now imagine I created a company. In this company, what they want is they want to they want to create one storage account so that they can share the file to everyone. So this is what they want to do. So I can do it with this particular facility in within 4 minutes time. I can do that. Okay, but I'm taking an explanation here, so it will take a little more time. But it is very simple one. So what I can do is I can create a storage account. This is my company cloud, imagine. So I want to give a imagine you are all part of my company. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a storage account. I'm going to share a file to you all. Okay, so how would I do that? I can click on add storage account. So it is creating now. So basically it is asking a resource group. This is very simple one. You can able to group whatever the resources you are creating. When I say resources, if I create a storage account, that is also we called it as a resource. Okay, if you create anything in the cloud, that we called it as a resource. So I can able to group all the resource in one name. For example, I can going to create a new group. Okay, the group name I can say pledge group. Okay, so yeah, I said this is my group name. Under this group, all the resource will be listed out. That's all. It is not a big thing. And the storage account name, this should be universally unique. Okay. Okay. So if I say simple storage or something, so the people might have created this storage already. Okay. Well and good. No one has created simple storage. Okay. Now I'll say, okay, storage account for sharing files. So no capital letters involved here. Sharing files account. Okay. Sharing file account. This is the account name I'm giving. And my location that I can able to select my location. I'm creating a resource group. So in case I'm in India, I can able to select here South India. Okay. So I can select South India. So the nearest data center will be picked up. Okay. So if you so my most of the clients are near South India. So if I click that, the data will be come from South Indian region. So the data centers are spanned across many places in the world. In India, we have Azure three data centers. One is Chennai, other one is Madhya Pradesh, and another one is Mumbai. Okay, see all this, these three areas have data centers. So now most of the clients are near South India. I selected a location as South India. And here the beautiful facility is you can able to choose your hard disk type, whether it is a standard hard disk. That means the normal hard disk, it is coming with the magnetic type. So that hard disk is called as standard one. The premium is lithium material hard disk. You can able to select it. So that is what you can select here. You're not going to see by eyes, but by selecting it, you can able to fulfill the requirement. So whatever you want, you can select it. The account kind is a software, which is what the file is going to receive. So this is the software model. So always select the the highest one that give you all the facilities to you. Okay, so not much significant on this one. Okay, the next one is a very important one. When you're creating a storage account, the companies might ask the cloud industries, I'm storing a file in your cloud. What happens? Some technical problem, due to that I lost the file. Okay, so to answer that only they have given with this option. This is called replication. So now whatever the file I'm storing in my cloud, one backup will be taken somewhere in the world. Okay, so this is a beautiful option. Whenever you are storing the file will be stored in two locations, two different data centers. Okay, so what are those? One is geo means grand earth orbit. So if one backup in Chennai, the other backup will be stored in somewhere in US. Okay, US or UK or any country. So it will store. That is one is geo redundant. Local redundant means one backup is in Chennai, the other one is in Mumbai or Madhya Pradesh. So this is called local redundant. The reason is due to any the major power break or any technical issue or any natural calamities or something, due to which in case we could not able to reach that particular data center, you can use this facility. So the data will be stored in a different region so that you can access the file. Okay, and one famous option is there, the read access redundant one. So in that case, the file will be one file will be stored in your the main data center. That will be operatable. That means that is editable. The other backup will be stored somewhere in the world, but that is a read only. So that way this cost will be very less. So that is why I have chosen this one. The next one is blob access tier. This is very simple one. With the name, don't think it is a very big one. It is like how fast you are accessing the file. For example, in case if you see suddenly some movie songs will be get very familiar in the world, and 10 billion hits, 20 billion hits, these are all coming into picture. How the cloud is providing this much bandwidth to the whole world? So every time it will go and hit the hard disk and read the file. For example, you are looking for one song, okay, some songs, okay. So that song, it is every time it go to the hard disk and pick up the file, it is very time-taking operation. So what they will do is they will take the file, they will create one cache memory. Okay, so like the caching the memory, what it will do is that is already in the running memory that file is. Anybody the same request comes, they will provide the file from the cache memory. They will not go to the hard disk and pick the file. Okay, so the cache memory enabled option is called cool. The heart is every time it is go to the hard disk and read the file, then that option is we called it as a heart. Okay, the file which I'm storing it in a storage group, and after that I'm giving a name of it. I'm selecting the location, and so what type of hard disk I'm selecting it, and what kind of account kind I'm selecting it, and also what is the backup mechanism, that is also I'm selecting it, and how to access that with the cache or without caching. With caching or without caching. So that also I'm selecting here. The cool is the cached one. So it will be service will be very fast. Hard will be, it'll go to the hard disk and it'll pick up the file. So that is how all these things are set it up now. So now what I'm going to do is just I say create it now. So now the storage account is creating it. It is creating now. Just it will take 1 minute at least to select while going. Okay, I'm going to create now all the validations done. So it is giving a beautiful confirmation. These are all things you selected. Or do you want to go ahead and proceed? I said create. Okay, it is creating now. Guys, so far, do you have any question, or you could follow me? I'm going very fast or slow. Uh, can you someone speak up? So it is going on.
Yes,
I
sir.
have a question,
It's
sir.
going.
Sorry.
You talked about creating a storage account.
Yeah.
So, what is the maximum space or the size allocated for the storage when we try to create an account?
Okay. Um, you know, this is again depends on the storage device type which I'm selecting it. Okay. One file, I'll tell a very small specific example. From one storage account, I can able to create 250 service account. So for example, this is my account. Okay. In this account, I can create 250 storage account like this. Okay. Each storage account can have 500 terabyte data. So 500 into 500, how much? Okay. That you can calculate. Like that, 2500 service accounts you can able to create in a one storage account. So that means 2500 terabyte into 500. So how much terabyte? That much size you can create with one account. Clear now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's very, very large size. Okay. So have you been in ITPL somewhere?
No, sir.
Okay. Fine. So there is a Accenture data center is there. So that is a big building. The complete area is a hard disk. Now that is got vacated because of the cloud. So now they are accessing everything from this one. That much big hard disk size you can have it in one service account. Okay. So the capacity is so much. And one more beautiful facility is there. You want still more memory. Okay. So you can contact the Azure team and ask that I don't want 500 terabyte per account. I want 1000 terabyte data I want for one account. You know, they will easily update to you and you can able to utilize. That way it is a very beautiful options are there. Okay. So I could say no one have requested so far like that. Okay. But Azure is telling that if you want more memory, come and ask me, I'll give you. Okay. So that much capacity is there. Capacity wise, I could say unlimited literally. Okay. That much file you can store it. Yeah. So now I created a storage account. So they are Azure, the Microsoft is providing these many facilities. See, if you see, this is what the touch of Microsoft and they are number one in the world. Somebody asks you to give a storage, just you giving a memory sizes, that is one option that you can, anybody can give. But if you see the way the Microsoft is thinking, okay, when you want to store a file, that you are nothing but you are storing an information somewhere, correct? So now they classified the information into this major four categories. One is container. You can store the file in the form of blob. Blob means binary large object. That means you can able to store a terabyte of more than 500 GB of data. One stretch you can able to store it. That is what we called it as a container. That means you can store any file here. That is called container. The another one is file share. If you go to your college lab, there is a network file sharing will be there. If you look at this, okay, so there should be a network drive. You might have it. Okay, here if you see that, so here then from the network drive they have shared to you. So there you can able to take your files and store. You can do all this thing. Probably your staff will put C++, Pascal and all there in the network drive. Everybody can able to access and take the file and you can install into your computer. So these are all common storage that you can have it. Right. So this is what we called it as a network network file sharing in the normal network. The same facility the cloud is providing to you. That is called file share. The Google memory and your computer, both the thing can able to connect in file share. So that will be work like a local drive in your computer. You can share the machine, you can able to easily connect it, and you can share your file across the board. This is, we called it as file share. Okay, the next one is container. The next one is tables. The information you can store that as a table format, you can store it. You don't need to buy a licensing software like SQL Server and other things. You don't need to buy. You can create a table and you can use it directly. That also, this table is having a facility of NoSQL. Okay, so this is what, these are all the facilities that Azure is specified. And next one is queues. The queues means what it will do is a small piece of information you can store it. Okay, so all these three things are, all the four things are there. So if you want a storage account, the Microsoft divide that information into these categories and they cover all kind of customers in one area. So that is what the special in Microsoft. Okay, now I'm going to cover the container part. So I'm going to create a container. This is, the container is just like a memory hard disk location. Okay, this is a virtual memory. There you can able to place the file and share to the people across the board. So I'm going to create a new container. This is just a memory holder. Okay, this is a new container. Okay, so capital letters are not allowed because these containers are going to become a URL like this. So in the URL, they don't want to support capital letters. So that is why it is throwing an error. I'm going to create a small letters. So it is created. Now it is asking the access level. Who are all can able to, I'm creating a container in my service account. Who are all can able to access this? Private only I can able to access it. Blob means my container have one more blob in between the blob I can, within the cloud I can able to access it. That is called blob. Okay. The third one is the container. Okay, this third option is called container. Name might be confusing to you, but you read this, you will be very clear. Anonymous read access can be given to many people. So anonymous user means you can also access my cloud. That is what I'm going to do. So I'm creating a container. I click new. Okay, 1 minute. Let me close my door. 1 minute, please. Okay, so now I created a container memory place. I created it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload one file. Okay, so let me upload a file. So it is very easy thing. Okay, so I'm creating one small drawing file. I'm uploading it. Just I click upload. Yeah, the file is uploaded now. Okay, so how fast it is uploaded? It is like a local hard disk, but the data where it went? The data went to Chennai.
Cloud.
Cloud, yeah,
Mhm.
Chennai location it is went. Even if I keep US also, that will be move the file in that much fast. Okay, so you might heard about in the industry TCP/IP, HTTP, and all this thing. Okay, so here they are using SMB, server message blocking protocol. That is a very secured and fastest protocol. They are using that in the cloud. This will be stored this files just like that. Okay, so any file it will be move very fast. This is I have done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm select this option. Okay, and I pick this URL from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share to you all. How do I share to you all? Chat. Okay. Yeah. Can you click this link and tell me whether you're able to see the file?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can see the file.
Hmm.
You also can file, right? So how much time it took for creating
Fraction.
this environment and sharing the file? Fractions. at least a minute or half minute. That's it. Okay, to create a resource, that's all. So I can share the file into the world just like that. Okay, so this have a complete control in the cloud as well. See, for example, I don't want, boss, I don't want to share that file further to you. I want to stop sharing that file to everyone. So I can do that. Oh my god, where I left it. Okay, so here I can change the access level. Okay, again I'll go back and I make it to private. Okay, now close that browser tab and try that again.
No, sir, we can't access.
Can you? Yeah, it's giving an XML error, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what the how fractionally security is working. So because the whole cloud have one data security environment. Now you tell me, now you think not you are not student anymore now. Okay, because when you're learning it, you should have to think like a businessman to operate, learn the cloud. Think you as a businessman, you are going to start a business. This much security control if I provide, do you say no to cloud?
Not at all.
Not at all,
No.
because
Mm.
this facility is just like that. Nanosecond difference, the file is secured. If I want to share you, I can share. If I want to revoke my access, I can give it here. From here, you can't able to do anything. Okay. Now, who are all access the file and everything, that also I can able to have a complete control. So I have activity logs here. Okay. I'm going to the resource now. Okay. So I can go to the activity log. So I can see all the activities done so far. Can you see that? Yeah. Even I have enabled the service inside service, inside services. If I enable that, which IP address, who are all access that file, that information also I can get it. Okay, so this is a fantastic area. So the Microsoft Touch is there in every place. So this one sample service which I told you. Okay, so you can share the file and you can get that. Now I can restrict. I want to restrict. I restricted you all there. Okay, done. Now this is what a simple service. Now what I'm going to do is this cloud service. You all understand? Can you somebody from the student can able to speak so that I can able to change my way of explaining? Do you all understand what I said so far? Am I audible? From students, you all understood or not understood?
Understood, sir.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Fine. So if you have a doubt, don't hesitate. Okay. So just ask me. Okay. Anytime you can ask me. So far, I got only one doubt. Yeah, but you have a questions, kindly shoot out. Don't be quiet. Okay. If you go to the
Hello,
industry, you, yeah. Yes, please.
sir.
Yes, please.
Can cloud storage be hacked, sir?
Cloud storage.
Can be hacked?
So far, it is
Like
not. So far, it is not.
there is a chance or what, sir? Like, do we have to follow
So far,
some
no.
rules or some conditions to make our data secure and all?
It is very strongly secured, I could say. Okay, so I want to explain. That's a very good question. Can you see that? So the storage account always monitor with these keys. Okay, can you see shared access signature keys? So these keys are generated by cloud dynamically. Unless and until with this key is not there, you cannot able to get into the cloud. Okay, can you see that the last line in the box, there is some specific keys are generated, right? These keys are generated at runtime. So without your knowledge, these files cannot be shared across. This is the strongest encryption and security mechanism is involved. That is called SHA-15 security mechanism that is involved in this. So that, it is very difficult to hack that. Okay. So
Okay,
far,
sir.
have you heard? Yeah, have you ever heard the story that data is hacked from Google or something? No. Okay, so it is very difficult to share, and also there is a concept of microservices. The data will come from multiple different ends. In case if they hacked one server, they can't able to enjoy the data. They have to hack everything. So how many servers where and all data is coming, that is very difficult to understand. Okay, so that is where the security is very strong. This is not hacked. I don't think it will happen also, unless and until Microsoft did something on their own ice, then only that is possible. Otherwise it is not possible at all. But your question is very valid. The banks are not still believing cloud. Okay, so for the major transactions are going with their own service, but all the other things, all the less significant things are in the cloud only. They are saving a lot of money. Okay, yeah, good question, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So one more.
Okay, yes please.
Can we connect two or more clouds for better access performance to increase storage, processing speed, and network access and also?
Exactly, very good. This is a brilliant question. This is what multi-cloud is. When I'm explaining in this the cloud, about the cloud, so I talked about multi-cloud, right? So this is where, for example, one access key will be stored in cloud of Google Cloud. Azure will pick from there. So in that case, the people cannot able to hack both the clouds, right? So that is how this was designed. So yeah, that is possible. The
Sir, in
clouds
the
can
chat,
be interlinked.
When we actually merge, like we connect those two clouds,
Yeah,
the hacking chances increases or decreases, sir?
it
Because
decreases. It decreases.
okay, sir.
It decreases. I'll tell you. So if you are, it is very complex to get into one cloud and hack the things. Okay, and imagine so if that so after reaching all the way to the data is security is connecting from different cloud. It is bit difficult to do that again. Okay, by that time, the activity logs will show you that somebody came into your system without permission or something. Then the high alerts will be there. So there are many notifications services are in the cloud. So anybody the data without access something they reached in, immediately that will get notify you. So again, before going to that, it will be get collapsed. And I know your questions are really real time. Very good. So if you open any bank website, if you keep on clicking the bank site, how long this will be? How long the session will be? Hold your application. 1 hour. After 1 hour, automatically the site will go off. Again, it will ask you to log in. You know why? Within 1 hour time, the people cannot able to hack multiple clouds. That is how the banking applications are very safe. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Good questions. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more service that is called IAS. This is a combination of IAS and PAS together. So I'm going to create a virtual machine and I'll show you. Okay. So how do I create a virtual machine? So it's very simple. You can type here virtual machines. So it will come. So this is all like reading newspaper. Okay. So it's all like reading newspaper. So you can go here. I want to create a virtual machine. How do I create? By seeing this screen, can you tell me how do I create a virtual machine? What is the option I need to click it here?
add.
Very good. Add, right? It is like WhatsApp. Add. Okay, I'm creating virtual machine. Yeah. Be active to answer. Okay. So now resource group. What is that resource group is?
Resource group.
College group or something I created last time. So to collect all your, yeah. So college group 10, I think. Yeah, I created. Yeah, this time. Then what is the virtual machine name? You can able to give. Correct, na? Okay. So I created one virtual machine name. And again, the location is South India. But since my license is purchased in US, so it is not allowing me to create something. This is a local independent, but generally you created a cloud, it will allow you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the region to Central India, Central US. Okay. Created here. Now, if you look at that, the availability options are there. This availability option is a beautiful thing. I'm not going to explain more, but I will give you the hint about it. In case you created a virtual machine or virtual server, you are expecting, I'll take a real-time example. The college results are displayed. Okay, so I created on web application and I selected a machine. So it will provide a service for 1,000 requests at the same second. You getting me what I said? 1,000 service at the same second. Now what happened, unfortunately, 10,000 people are hitting the server at the same time, or virtual machine, they're trying to access it. Now what happened, system will get struggle. To avoid that, what we can do is we can set up some option that is called load balancer. That load balancer, what it will do is automatically it will create another machine equivalently and it will provide the service from there. In case the number of requests are giving more, the same system will be proxied multiple, and the multiple system will take responsibility for the same service. It will provide the result back to you. It's a beautiful option. Okay, whenever your service requests are increased and machines are automatically, it is increased, number of machines will be increased with the same type. So that is called load balancing. To make that load balancing, this availability option is recording your system configuration and it is providing a service to you. So that is what availability option is. Now I'm not going to touch anything, just I leave it as it is. Now image. So operating system images, you might heard about it, right? ISO image, these are all ISO images. These are all, it will store your Windows installation image and other things. Now I'm going to select one machine. So Windows 10 Pro, I'll select it. So this is the machine I'm going to select it. This is the machine. In this machine, this is the operating system I'm going to install. Okay. So what I did is the Azure Spot instances, hot and cold. So sorry, yes or no. The spot instance means this virtual machine setups are already there that can be applied. I'm giving no. The next one is size. I'm selecting it. So which size I want. If I select the size here, you can see the list of services are here. Okay, so I'm selecting the minimum cost per month. If I pay this much amount, so one virtual machine will be available for me. Okay, it is not like 613 rupees. It might comes around 2000 or 3000 because there is a network service and other things will put an additional cost. Okay, but anyhow, so if I'm selecting the second option and I'll say select. So this is the configuration I selected. So simple, right? So within a minute, I can able to select one CPU and 2 GB RAM and all the things I selected now. So if you want 16 or more, I can able to go and do a different selection. Now I'm creating a username is we called it as, this is the user, and password is @1234. Okay, so password @1234. Created, and also I'm setting the inbound rules. Okay, the inbound rule is like who all can able to access your computer and all this thing. I don't want to talk more about this one because it will take a lot of time. And so if I have a license, I can use that license. Otherwise, I can ignore it. Okay, I set up everything now, so all good here. You all understand this, right? Do you have any doubt here? Guys? Any questions in this page?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll just say create and review and create it. It'll take 4 minutes to create. Okay, one virtual machine. Within 4 minutes, it will be get created. One basic some validation I missed out. What is that? I confirm my request to it. Okay. So it's creating now. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. So meanwhile, if you have any other question, please. So deployment is going on. So it is creating a virtual machine now. So how many are learning cloud during your college period itself? Anybody?
In 6th sem, they have one.
Okay. So how would you chosen cloud?
Always chosen the cloud.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, great. No, no. Oh, beautiful one question. Who is this? But okay. See, so it's a very interesting one. Okay, DDoS protection. Okay, it is a noise pollution protection and other interrupts can be recorded in the DDoS. Very good. So people have some good knowledge inside that. DDoS will be itself, it gets the DDoS attack. Uh, no. Okay. So can you speak, guys? Who is this guy? Can you speak? Hello. Can you say hi at
Sir, he
least?
has internet connection, sir. A problem with the connectivity. That's why he has.
Okay, so hope you could able to listen my answer. So it is not like it is get attacked. So there is a security center is there, right? Azure security center. It will not allow the attack inside. Okay, so how do you send the DDoS attack request to the cloud? That matters, right? So you cannot able to. So DDoS that means it is which network. First of all, the network, if it is identified, then only you can send the attached to it. Okay, so via IP address, when you are selecting into the private virtual network, so you before reaching itself, data centers will be get blocked. These are all old technologies. DDoS attacks and other things are very, very old technologies. Now these things will not be come into picture at all. Did I answer your question? Okay, so if you have more doubt about the security part, you can able to connect me later. So I'll leave my contacts to you. Okay, so it is getting created, it is in process. So when you're creating a virtual machine, so you can see that, so this IP address and network security group. So this is the perfect answer for your question. So when you're creating a virtual machine itself, the virtual network is created, and also the virtual security group, network security group is created. This is very much attached with the security center. So all the activities will be monitored and blocked the attacks. So it's going on. I think it is taking a little time. Just hold on few minutes because the virtual machine is getting created. So probably you can see here. And meanwhile, if you have any career related questions also, please raise. Okay, I don't want to waste the time of uh, this meeting. So 5 minutes over now. So it's going on.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, yes, please.
So, just a general question. What are the most essential things that must be followed before going for cloud computing platform? I mean, in concern to users.
Users in the customers, you mean to say?
Yeah, customer users.
Okay. No, there's a two users. Cloud user is there. So I'm using a cloud. You are a developer. I give a permission to you. You will be the cloud user.
Yeah.
Okay. So I host the application in my cloud. That application somebody is accessing, that is the customer. Now, which customer you are saying? You are saying a end customer or the cloud user?
I'm asking about the cloud user.
Cloud user.
Yeah.
So can you repeat the question again?
Most essential things must be followed before going for the cloud computing platform.
Okay, to learning prospect or work?
To learning perspective.
Learning. You don't need to do anything. If you know the operating system, what is operating system, that is more than enough. If you know Windows operating system, that is more than enough to learn cloud, and you have a little bit of computer knowledge, that is more than enough to learn from the beginning. Okay, you no need to prepare anything. So suppose if you have a real virtual machine in your in front of you, sorry, real machine, real servers in front of you, what are the operations you will do? Everything you are doing it inside the cloud. So you should have a little bit of knowledge on the HTTP portal, how we are accessing and all this thing. That is more than enough. Okay, now I'm creating the virtual machine. So to answer your question, so how I'm accessing this, you see that, then you only tell me whether what knowledge I am required. Okay, so I created a virtual machine. So far I taken a class how to create a virtual machine. Hope you understand. Now I'm going to log into that virtual machine. Okay, so this is my portal. So these are all my specific, this is my IP address and all this thing. So there's a good question asked about the security. That is all things are covered here. Now I'm going to say just connect RDP. Okay, so RDP means resource desktop application. So this is not a very new one. It is a old one. So when you are connecting into your virtual machine in any of the network in other machine, if you want to connect, you will use this, right? Remote desktop connection. This is the same thing. This is working in the internet now, in the cloud now. Okay, so I'll download a cloud RDP file. So Vasanta VM RDP, the file is getting downloaded now. Okay, the file is downloaded. Just I'm opening this. This is the file helping me to log into the virtual machine. So I'm saying connect here. Okay. So here, so it is asking the username and password of the virtual machine. Now what I'm going to do is just I'm going to type as the username is Suresh I gave, and the password is I'll give it as password at 1234. I given this one. I'll say okay. So it is connected now. You can see that from my local computer, I created a virtual machine and I'm logging it to there. You see this? Yeah. Are you seeing my screen now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can see that virtual machine is logging in. So it take 5 to 6 minutes it took, or 7 minutes. So you can able to create a virtual machine and you can log into that and you can use this. So now I can able to access my machine and also I can able to access my virtual machine. Like this, I can able to create more than 5, 6, 7, 5, 6 machines I have operated more than 10, 15 machines also you can able to connect it in the same system. This all will work. At the time you can able to create all these machines. You can connect to all these machines. So now beautifully it is asking, I say accept yes. Now my machine is created. Okay, so now this is my new machine. Okay, now this is my new machine. I can able to do whatever I want. Okay, clear guys? Do you have any doubt in this? Hello all. I take it answer as yeah, no. Okay, so what I'll do is now I created a virtual machine here. So now what I'm going to do is okay. So now I'm going back to my storage account I created just before some time, right? So okay, share for account. This is my storage account. So inside that, I'm going for a file share option. Okay, I'm clicking on the file share. I say reports. Yeah, I'll say create. I created a file share option here. I'm selecting this file. Okay, I'm going to upload the file. First of all, I'll upload a file. I'll upload the same file. Okay, the file is uploaded. Now I am connecting this file share option to my virtual machine. So here you can see there is a script is available. So I select the script, and what I'm going to do is I'm going inside my cloud machine. Okay, in the PowerShell command, if I run this, that's it. So this machine and that machine will be get connected. These are all happening in within a minute time. Okay, so now your computer and cloud is get connected. So whatever the files you are keeping in, it will go there, and wherever the whatever the file I am keeping in the Azure cloud, the file will be get transferred. Yeah. So okay, so the Z drive is for me for the file sharing option. Okay. Now if I go to the my shared drive, what I can see, which file I will see. Okay, so this is the shared drive it is created. You can see the file which I kept there, that is coming here. Now I have created a new file here. Okay, text file. I created this file. Now I'm going back to my cloud, and let me refresh this. I can see that file here. So this is cloud, this is my virtual machine, the both the files are sharing across. Okay. You all clear now? Guys, do you have any doubt so far? Now I'm closing my virtual machine. Done. Okay. Once my usage is over, I can able to delete that resource. Okay. So yeah. So in case I feel this is having cost, I can stop this machine. Okay. I stopped. This will not be get charged. Okay. Yeah. So okay, this is whatever I so far I created. That is called virtual machine service. So it provide your environment. Environment and platform together. Okay, operating system and machine both are get created here. Okay, so this is what the Azure features, whatever we have seen so far. There are plenty of features are there. Okay, yeah. So can I take another 15 minutes time for this session? Will that be okay to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so now the another one biggest facility is there, that is called DevApps. You might all heard about DevApps, right? So if you have go to anywhere, know the DevApps. What is DevApps? Anybody can answer that? What is your understanding on DevApps? Anybody in the team? Definitely they know. You can speak up. That really helps me your understanding.
Developer office.
Okay, so it's very good that you tried. That is good. Okay, whether the result never matters. You tried. That's very good. DevApps means what? I'll tell you. So when you're developing an application, what you will do after development, you will build the application. After build, what you will do, you will deploy that application into some server. This is what it is happening, right? So this is manually happening every day almost. This is manually happening every day almost. So every time when you do that, no, so this DevApps is happening. This cycle of action is happening. Build the application, after that, host it in a test server. The testers will test the application. The testings, they said, okay, this application is good. Then they will deploy into a different server. The cycle is happening all the time. Okay, now they come up with the tools to automate this. You do source code, build work, I will take it. Test environment deployment also I will take it. Once the tester is okay, you no need to worry. I am there behind, so I will take the code and I will deploy into the server. This is called development ops. Okay. So to do this cycle, Azure come up with a beautiful option. You don't need to go outside and learn the DevOps individually putting in your system. In the Azure itself, there is a facility. Okay. Now, if you want to learn IoT or you want to learn AI, everything you have a service in the Azure cloud. Okay. So that's what here. Now I'm going for Azure DevOps organization. So I'm creating one pipeline. The pipeline means it will take the code, build it, deploy it to the server. That is what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I'll say build pipelines. Okay, I'm building a new pipeline. I'm sorry, got some message. Okay. I'm selecting my source code here. So this is what my source code. You might heard about Git and other things, right? So in the Git have all your programming code. Once you select that, Azure, you have developed on any of the web application, right? Java, .NET or C, C++ kind of thing. So this repository is nothing, but I'll go back and I'll select again. So I'm a little faster here. Sorry. So I'm creating a new pipeline here. Okay, so when I'm selecting a pipeline, it is asking me where is your source code. Just I'm giving this Azure repo only. I have my source code. In case in my local, I can select local. I'll say test pipeline. So my application is ASP.NET application. Whatever the application which is selected, that is ASP.NET application. So it is coming ASP.NET. It'll by default, it will give you that option. If you selected Java, Java will be listed first. So that have automatically, it will identify your code structure and understand what type of application that will be provided. So I selected this, then immediately, so whatever the setup mandatory required, that will be converted as a YAML file and it is coming here. Okay, and I click on save and run. So it'll ask the name. I'll say the first run. That's it. So it will automatically choose what is your program and what is your source code. Everything will be get selected and required files are downloaded. It is automatically queued and it is running now. Okay, just give me a moment. It will say whether it is whatever implemented is successful or not. So it's running now. Just give me a few minutes. It will take 2 minutes, 1 second, I think. 1 or 10 seconds or something. So after you complete your course, no, there would be in the for the fresher category there is a event called group discussion. Have you heard about that, guys? After giving a training and other things, or before selection itself in the college itself, they will give one topic, then they will ask you to speak. Do you aware about that?
Yes, sir.
In that discussion, don't be like this my session. Okay, if you keep quiet, that's all. You will get less marks. Okay, so at least you should capable of explaining the things or asking questions. These are all the things will increase the confidence on the companies. Keep that in mind, underline it. Okay, so if you have a question, who will somebody will talk, I will wait. No, that is a different story altogether. Okay, nowadays it is not the case. Okay, so you need to be speak better and pick your options. Okay, so how you expose your knowledge, that's important, right? So should have to speak better. Okay, and response, that is very important. Somebody asks question, you should have to say yes or no or something, you have to reply. That is how the guy who are talking to you, they will get confident on you. So during a development time, somebody come and ask the question, then if you keep quiet, you know, that is unlikely, that is not a good situation. So saying more than 2 minutes 9 seconds. Okay, the job is succeeded now. Okay, so my pipeline is successful. I created on pipeline. Now this build is successful, no errors in at all. So now I want to deploy that application somewhere. So what I can do is I can go for release. Okay, I'm creating a new release. So the manager's approval, everything I got it. Then after that, I'm releasing this product. So I'm selecting the stage. Don't think you know what I'm doing because you need to learn a little bit. I don't have time to explain everything. So I'm creating a staging environment. Okay, new release created. Now you see the source code has picked it up automatically from my pipeline. Everything is ready. The stage is not deployed. So I'm going to ask to deploy it. That's all. That taken whatever the source code is taken, it is automatically deploying it. If I automate this, that's all. I can do automation on this one. That is called CA and CD. CA means continuous integration, and CD means continuous deployment. If I do both the things, so any changes happen, that will be get deployed automatically. Oh, okay. So one small service I created, I forgot to. So whatever the application, I need to deploy it into a particular server. That server name is here, but the server I deleted by mistake. So probably I'll create that service. Please hold on. And also you will learn how to create a app service here. 1 minute. So whatever the application code I did, so that need to be deployed in a one particular server. That is called app server that I forgot to create. So that's why it is throwing an error. Let me do that again. 1 minute, I will create it, and so it will get created. App services. I'll go here in app service. Runtime task is I created application in .NET, and I'm going to host the application in Windows Service. Everything is done. I'll say create. It will not take much time. It will create immediately. Yeah, what's going on? So this is also on facility. If you want some servers, no, you can able to create within few minutes. Okay, services created now, the same name. Okay, so this is my app service. Okay, this from here only I'm going to deploy that application. Okay, so this is the URL of my app service. Everything is done. Now what I did, I face an error, right? So now what I will do, I will redeploy again. So because I corrected, right? So I will redeploy again now. So it's going to queue now. So it is running. This is going on. I think it should be succeeded now. So done. It's going on. Just bear with me 1 or 2 minutes. Fantastic. It is succeeded now. Now my application is deployed in this server. If I click this URL, Okay, or I can able to ping you this URL. That page is hosted. My application is up and running now. Can you see this? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I give this link to you, all over the world, I can able to see that.
Okay.
Sir, if you want to learn command basics, can you suggest a good platform for cloud computing? Okay, so if you click on this, you can see that app in your system.
Welcome message we are getting.
Yeah. So that is a website. It is not only a message. That is a website which I created. Okay, it's a very small basic site. It is not going to do anything. But like that, this any site can be hosted and they can able to host it instantly and they can do that. But this is a development cycle. So what happened in this whole dev cycle? If you could able to check in the code or something, what happened? This will be get deployed automatically. So the developer will do only the change in the code. So deployment will be take care automatically. So that is the beauty of this one. Okay, so these are all the facilities that we have so far. Okay, so that's it from me. Okay, so the Azure features are, I hope you all enjoyed the session. Okay, so let me know. I can give you 5 minutes session, so 5 minutes time. So if you have questions, you can shoot me out. And one question is came in like, I want to learn cloud computing basics. So how can you suggest a platform? I already show you. Go to azure.com. You no need of any credit card to deploy it. The training part itself, the fundamentals are there. So you can start learning from there. That is a universally good material that you can able to learn it from there. I started my learning from there only. And to learn this cloud, you should have one credit card. There you can able to register yourself for free service. They are giving 13,000 rupees free for you. I mean, in the cloud credit. Within that amount, you can able to learn the cloud for 30 days. Within 30 days, you can learn. Okay. So that is the one thing that you need to understand. Okay, so how to create a cloud free account? You go there, you can get plenty of information, read carefully, that you can learn it. Okay, so pay as you go on services there. For every service, the amount will be taken from your account. Okay, so that facility also there. So don't go to pay as you go account, just create a free account. Within 30 days, you can able to learn this. It's very straightforward and simple only. Yeah, any other question? Okay, I don't think I'll get questions. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a small blob or video links to you. Okay, so probably that is not yet ready so far. So probably in coming days I will create it. I will share the link to your corresponding um, your college people, Saya or someone. Okay, I'll share it to you all so that you can able to see there. I have recorded few videos and I created some documents there for you people. Okay, for the beginners, you can learn from there as well. You can do that. Okay, I'll share you soon. Yeah, that's it. You need any information from me or something, please ask me. Otherwise, I can close the session. Chandra. Chandana.
China?
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Sorry? Sorry?
Nothing, sir, nothing. Thank you, sir, for
Okay.
enlightening us by sharing the knowledge. The session was very useful and informative. It's our honor to have you here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Since it's our last
Okay,
day of
then, in case if you sorry, go ahead.
it's okay. You
Your
can
voice
continue.
is breaking, Chandana. No,
You
your
can
voice is
continue.
breaking. You can finish that. No, in case if the session is recorded, kindly share me the link or video or whatever it is. Yeah, I could able to upload and give you all so that you can see that whenever you want.
Sir, sure.
Yeah.
It is recorded. Sir.
Okay. Yeah, I see the button. Yeah. And one small
Thank
advice to everyone, you can see when you are learning any of the thing in the cloud area or IT, learn like a newspaper. Okay, when you're reading newspaper, there is no pressure of questions, marks, exams, and all. The mind will be relaxed. The information will go inside very clearly. You try that approach when you're learning something. No, forgot about everything. Read like a newspaper on anything. The stress will not be there. The learning style of yours will be changed. The mindset will be get changed. You will learn many things. In relaxedly, you can learn many things. That is where the brain will work 100% completely. Rather opening a notebook, I will study from 1 hour to 8 hours and all these things. No, these are all adding your pressure little more, so you cannot learn more. If you read it like a newspaper, that is like your breathing. So whatever you're breathing, you will never feel struggle on there, right? So like that, you can able to learn it very easily. Okay, so that's what my personal suggestion to you. Okay, so yeah, nothing more from me. Thanks all for attending this session, and have a great weekend and have a great career. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.